Oh, gee, there must be some other rev, because this rev is terrible. Awful. The worst rev ever. Absolutely dismaying. This boy even has a platform. Get this man out of here. Get him out of here. I like tater tots. Tater tots. That's what I like. Tater tots. Tater tots. Tater tots. Tater tots. Hello, Daniel Walter, Chief Jr., Brian Wade, OG Boxer, and Connor Rude. You're the first ones attending the stream tonight, and Christopher Houston has just slid in as well. We'll be going live here in just seconds, so make sure that you are tuned in. Turn your dials, because you apparently also still have a 1994 TV. Turn your dials right here. Don't change them anywhere. And we'll be live in just a second. Hello, Lexi. Michael Hudman, I see you as well. Zoomer, I think my brain is about to explode trying to watch Rev or DJ. It's not my fault that DJ decided to go live on a Thursday. I've actually avoided going live on Wednesdays purposely so I didn't get in the way of his stream. But he just had to go and start streaming on a Thursday. So, y'all all just have to come here instead. Oh, well. And 1, 2, 3... Bam! There's now Wild Rev News here, there, everywhere. It's a live stream, baby. So get ready for the streams that are live. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show, as DJ would say. Why'd that man have to go live on Thursdays? Knowing dang well I try to support him by not interfering with his live days. Dang you, DJ. Dang you all. I still love him, though. I can't help it. He's just got this sexy car salesman thing going on. And it's just really attractive. I can never dislike Ultimate DJ. But, yeah, instead of just doing a static video today, I felt like today would be a good discussion day. I feel like we could sit down, talk about everything that's going on. Talk about how, in my opinion, the new cost for the transporter patterns are awful. But we'll talk about everything. We just got to get everybody in here first. So I don't want to start a big discussion and not feel like we're getting everybody's opinion. Shout out Lucas on server 57. So if y'all would actually help out, share on your Discord page this link. I'll actually put the link in the chat to make it easier for you. Literally just copy this link, shed it out to the Discords, the Twitters, the Facebooks, the Reddits, wherever you think players might be. And also even game chat. Like, yeah, why not there too? I'm going to do the same thing right now. So I'm actually going to be typing here in just a second. And then today we're also going to really try to focus on raising funds for the house. Not that y'all haven't been wonderful in donating, but the bank basically said you need more than 30 grand. So really we're going to be that annoying content creator always asking you for money. Go ahead, drop flames in the comment section below. We're okay for it. Nicholas says, stay tuned for news from our sponsors. Hey, you never know what's going to happen, right? Never know. Hopefully the stream doesn't die out like it was the other night. That's all I really care about. Oh, man, that's all I really care about. Christopher says that the photon tokens aren't coming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, everyone. I'm going to talk out what I'm typing. We're live. Didn't realize the man, myth, and car selling legend was also going to be live on this beautiful Thursday. But now you get 2 content creator episodes in one day. After you're done hanging out with Ultimate DJ, come stop by as we lament all the failings in the world that affect us in basically just Star Trek Fleet Command. Bam! Share it out to the world. Here we go now. See, what did DJ go live? Oh, he went live like 40 minutes ago. Yeah, there's no chance. They're not finishing up anytime. Nicholas says, you just joined our server. Sadly, no crikey. I don't even know who that is. So it's crazy to see people say, like, well, you're missing out on this person. I'm like, yeah, I mean, that means something to you, but I've got no context for who they are or what they've done or, you know, any of that. So I don't know if I'm missing out or if it's good or what. William says, I think it will be in the last quarter of the year based off Panic's final interview with DJ. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, the times that I've talked to the devs about it, I've never been given a date. So if I had one, I'd give it to you. And if DJ manages to get a date, awesome. Hopefully he shares it out. Thank you, DH Red Link, for sharing with Server 56. Appreciate it. And here's going to be a weird like mixed emotion thing, because I'll be honest, if I can be honest with y'all, y'all okay with me being honest? I really feel like a lot of what we had this first month of the arc, because it's basically done now. Everybody should have finished their battle pass. If I can just be honest, I feel like for the most part, this has been one of the better beginnings of a story arc that we've ever had. There's been some big negatives, but overall, I've been really happy. Even the things that I get annoyed by, like this transporter pattern that we're going to talk about here in a second, it's still not the worst thing they've ever done. So I'm really looking forward to getting varied opinions. My hope is we get 200, 300 people watching live, as we tend to do. It's not a guarantee, but we tend to do. That way I can get an idea of what everybody thinks, because I'm really curious where we're at on that. Zoomer says, I'll be there for a little bit. Not sure how long, though. I have to go launch a boat soon. What a weird thing to be doing. Micah says, the best arc to date, 100%. And I don't disagree with that. I really don't. And Micah says it's not a huge bar to meet. I think that's a semi-fair statement. It's a little rude, but I guess it's don't you recall. Oh, God, the cancel recall button. The cancel warp button, period. Such a wonderful addition to the game. Like, is that not one of the best things they ever did? Like, y'all don't realize, getting out of that warp 75 space, I mean, I just saved myself 3 minutes. So, I love that addition. So, we start doing some of our daily grind in the background. Phillips doesn't think away teams could be better. I mean, I do think that away teams could be tweaked a little bit. But I like away teams. Like, I guess it's just about the perspective that you came into away teams with. I came in and I see it as a long-term play. Like, I'm thinking about all the things that I can get for free over the course of a year. If you're thinking about it as something that you can get in weeks or months, then yeah, I would agree it doesn't pay out that well. But that becomes a perspective thing. And I'm not saying that anybody else's perspective is wrong. Actually, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that for me, I've liked them. I mean, there are definitely days where I get horrible RNG and I don't get anything good on my away missions. And I hate sending some officers off for 3 days. But, yeah. I could definitely agree that it could be better. Hey, Bobby Warren, how are you doing? I see Victor says, why do the rare ticketed event rewards suck so much? That's very interesting, Victor, because most people feel like they don't suck. Now, if you look at the rewards, and we'll use the Alliance Armada one, the par steal and all is good par steal, good uncommon. It's just because the main has been switched to something that most people don't really like, I guess. Like, they obviously have greatly overvalued the assignment of refresh token. Greatly overvalued. Now, one thing I try to remind people is that, like, when they design a month, everything in that month is set. So, like, when they did the Alliance rare ticket systems and stuff, that's set. It's not going to change within that month without the most drastic of, like, burn the world down feedback. And we've seen a little bit of that with the rare tickets, but you're not going to see them overall get an overhaul. You might see them change in the future, but I do think that the rare tickets are a little bit underwhelming, because the general consensus was that rare tickets are about twice the rewards for 4 times the cost. The primes, the prime directive events, have actually been really good cost efficiency wise. It's just, it's a second thing that you have to go for. So if you do the prime directive stuff, you can't do rare tickets if you even had anything saved up. And that was problematic. So they are then going with, how can that possibly change? And why is what? Hold on. What? Is this just a visual glitch? Why is it showing me with no shields? It better be a visual glitch. That's a weird, like, That's freaking me out. I got shields, right? Michael Hudman, welcome. Thank you for signing up to be a lieutenant to support the channel. You mean more to me than OG Boxer. You just do. I just want you to know that. Thank you for supporting the channel. OG, I'm just giving you a hard time. But thank you so much. And yeah, Chris, I know. It still freaks me out, all right? Calm down. Let me freak out. All right, so anyway, what were we talking about before I freaked out? Pictures Red bringing in the maths. I mean, yeah, that's what I do. That's how this channel honestly got, I don't want to say famous, but it grew by me focusing on the math and teaching players the game mechanics and how things work. And that's what I like to focus on. You know, that's what my channel is. It's the main source of that type of math that is content creating related. You know, LCAR is obviously a humongous database, but it's a little bit different. All right, yeah. We're just going to do a little thing called a reboot here, because that's not looking right for me. Why are they so skimpy on giving out Jayla shards? Well, and I've been repeating this a lot. This is their mindset from one of the community managers I talked to last year. And basically it came down to when they see an item as new or premium, they basically put like a time frame on it for, how would I word this? It's not necessarily just so that whales can buy it and enjoy it. It's supposed to be very hard to get because it's new. And whether you get that through some kind of crazy grind, being in a #1 alliance and getting the shards, any of that reason, it's made to be something that not everybody has for a while, so that people feel like they have something that they either worked hard for or spent hard to get, so they feel like there's more value in it. So that's the thought process. They have a premium. They do force people to pay a premium to get it immediately, or if you were in certain situations, you could have gotten that, you know, without spending any money, and some people did. And then they go with this, well, now it has this timetable before it's available everywhere because it's a premium item. So that's honestly how, if y'all have been playing for a while, and I know not everybody has, but that's how the D3, the Mayflower, and the Legionary were. They did not exist in the faction stores for like a year, and they could only be purchased for a long time. Even after people were getting like enterprises and stuff, you still couldn't go build a D3. So that's kind of the idea of how they've done that. And I think that we also need to give them credit for some things they've done well. And that is, let me show you an example. Now, I know this is an event. I know we're supposed to be talking about transporter patterns, and we will. But this is an event that there's been a lot of confusion for everybody. But this is one of the best things that they've done in the game. Not only this year, probably ever. This event. And the reason I say that is, if you look at what this event is, it is essentially a give me event. It is a free event for everybody on the server. Everybody. And why do I say it's a free one? Because everybody's going to be like, oh, Rev, nobody can score the points. It's a gimme. Literally anybody who finishes in the top 10 of the Rescue the Crew leaderboard, everybody on the server wins. Everybody. And it's impossible for this to not happen. Like, somebody's going to score on the leaderboard. So with that, then everybody gets the keys, everybody gets the uncommons, everybody gets the trit. It's literally a just be active enough to have scored a point, and when you score a point, you then get credit for the milestone. It's a fantastic way to give a freebie out to everybody, because you know that when it comes to those leaderboards, and it's not up yet, but the Rescue the Crew, there's going to be a whale spending stupid amounts of money to score at the top of it. And that's just the nature of the game. So this is allowing people to get some type of reward for that, even if they can't afford to spend and win that leaderboard event. You know, so there's some things that are really annoying, some things that aren't really annoying, that are just like regular annoying. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And hey, Clackers, how you doing? Slade says now reflects the in-game name. That helps. Thank you. Richard says, hope you and the family well. Thank you. Just wonder why we voted since these three were not the top officers listed. So let's use that to jump into the transporter patterns. We're at 170 watching. Hopefully y'all will invite some more. We can get a lot of feedback. That's what I want. I want feedback. Whether it's good or bad, I want feedback. So why are we staring at Harry Mud, your DC, and regular Mud? So 1.0 and 2.0 right here. First, before we get super into the topic, Why don't you, does anybody actually like these officers being here? Because while they weren't the top ones voted for in the form that I made, or even the stuff that DJ did, they were desired. They were desired. So what do you think about that? Christopher says totally rubbish officers. I don't think they're rubbish. I don't think they're the top, but I don't think they're rubbish. Also, Nightbot over here being strict with the caps lock. Sorry, Slave. All right. He says not really. Aaron says nope. OG says I dropped the link in server Discord. Thank you. Donnie says good evening. How are you? I think that the officers are fine. Now, are they officers that I would encourage people to go throw a lot of transporter patterns into? No. I think right now I'm on 40,000-ish transporter patterns. I would not recommend you go blow them on these 3 officers. But let's talk about them individually. I will make a video on them. You know, Harry Mudd, here's him. 40% chance to have 98% shield mitigation for the first 2 rounds. So that captain's ability is literally pointless. It is completely worthless. Absolutely garbage. The officer ability, though, is not. And actually, I would rather look at them because I actually do have these cards. So let's go into my actual officer menu and look at them. That'd be a better way to look at them. So here we go. Here's Harry Mudd. Now he's on an away mission, but 823 ways a day. 30% chance at tier 2 to double the shots of all weapons of the ship for the first round of combat. This could be really, really gnarly if it was maxed and placed on something like a pylum. So if you're a whale or a dolphin or even a free-to-play who's gotten in the 40s, that could be a very useful ability. Remember, the pylum has an insane amount of shots the first round, so that could be useful. The Stella has a lot of shots in the first round. Could be useful there when running things like Stella Armadas. You know, there's value there. Is it a lot of value? No, I wouldn't say that there's a lot of value, but there is value. And it's all about how you choose to, or how you want to actually run them. I think that with away missions coming out and that they're here now, it is really good that there's these type of officers coming to the game, because if nothing else, you're getting epic officers that you can build stats on and actually use. Remember, there are entire epic officers in the game that you cannot use for anything besides stats. Mitchell, for example, completely useless. This is not useless. Now, it's not the best. Like, it's not a top tier, amazing officer, but it's not useless. It actually has a purpose. It works. And there are places that you can use this. So we get into this weird thing where we have to decide, you know, how are we going to critique something? And I think with Mudd and these officers is trying to take, I hate to overuse the phrase grain of salt, but I think that there are quality bits to this insertion of these officers. Is it the top tier? No, I don't think it is. But it is not a bad one either. Rev says, or Chris is trying to sell a secondhand car. I'm not there, because here's why it's going to matter. You know, when you're a player that gets into PvP or even doing armadas, you're typically doing more than one at one time. For example, when we run armadas in my alliances, generally I'm launching an armada and then I've got a second ship on somebody else's armada. So I'm going 2 at a time, which is the max that I can do. So in those instances, having a Harry Mudd can be useful as my secondary crew. Now, I'm not saying that you should focus on him in the transporter pattern store. Pike should be the focus. Marcus, Kang, and Sharvanik are focus. Kime, focus. 6 of 10. All these officers are more important than Harry Mudd 1.0. Still, he does have a use, and I like him getting added to the card list because I do think that he can have value for people. Because one thing that I feel like is becoming a theme, and that I want more people to notice, armadas are going to get an update. Now, for those that don't know, all these officers having armada abilities is for a reason. And if you haven't noticed, there is nothing in the armada system above level 39. So anybody, yeah, he's 2.0, Addy, my bad. This one's 2.0. They always get them confused. But 2.0 Mudd. But the point I'm making is that there is no armada update past 39. Because rare tactical cores aren't in the game. There are not really armadas built for deep space and warp 75 and warp 120 and all that. Doesn't really exist. A lot of times whales only run armadas for events and for their alliance mates. They don't actually do it for themselves because they can one-shot the best armadas in the game. That is going to change. there will be updates to the Armada system, which means some of these officers will become more important than before. Let's move to Eurydice, the second one that's in the list now. Now this one's interesting. Captain's maneuver is when the ship loses shield health from a weapons attack, increases the damage of the weapons by 10%. Cumulative. Now this doesn't sound like a lot unless you mix it with a slight shield regen, and then it can multiple proc several times. And if you look at the secondary ability, when the shields are depleted, 45% chance to heal the shield health by 5%. Only 5%. Only 5. That's not a lot. But if you can cycle through there, you get a little bit of value. Now here's another one. There's 1.0 Mud. Now this ability, when the ship's shield health is depleted, increases the weapons damage of the ship by 200% for the rest of the battle. Now, this will pair with Eurydice. So you can actually run this and this together. And yes, you're doing a little bit of praying to RNGesus, but one of the things that we complained about with the next generation, the new officers that are in the game, the LaForge, the Data, they're basically Armada only officers. These are not. Eurydice will work in PvP. Mud 1.0 will work in PvP. So you get now another set of PvP type officers for things like territory capture or even running against armadas, which if an armada hits you with like full blast and criticals, a lot of times it takes out your shield even if your hull remains. So then you get another boost. Now the ultimate con, when the ship takes from an armada weapons attack, which this is an armada based event, decreases the weapons damage for that or target for 10%. That is useless to me. Captain's ability is useless. But the officer ability actually works, is pretty neat. And when these officers first came out, we actually felt like they were a good PvP crew that you saw people running on enterprises, like mid-tier enterprises, stuff like that. Is it amazing? No. But my whole point is that these do have value as officers when you're running secondary ships. You know, I run 3 PvP ships and 2 miners. So that means I've got to have 3 crews. This is something that I can crew on multiple ship types. I could put this on a D4. I could put it on an Enterprise. You know, there's different ways for me to throw this out there. And yes, it does rely on RNG, but we're talking about ship 2, ship 3. But now let's go to the cost, because that's a problem. Does anybody out there want to explain to me? And I know DJ's talked about this on the pod that's going on today. Why are they more expensive? This is even more reason why I actually don't think that you should go after them right now, is because if we have to rank in terms of importance, the most important officer that you can unlock is Pike. The second most important, if you do a lot of armadas, is 6 of 10. This is number 2. Then number 3 would, if you don't already have him from level 28, getting Khan and working him up. And then finally, these 3. Most important cards in the game to focus on maxing out in the Transporter Pattern Store. These 3, if you're in the mid 30s and above, so like 35 to 50, these are some of the most important cards in the game. The most important cards in the game. Way more important than Harry Mudd, or Mud 2.0, or Eurydice. Way more important. Like, it's not even close. Slate says, how do any of these guys compete with the Kirk Spot Con setup? So when it comes to armadas, I actually prefer the Muds and Yuri over Kirk Spot Con. Believe it or not, I do. I do. So it's... I really feel that Kirk Spot Con has become so overdone. Like, yes, it works, but is it the best thing that you can do? No. Designing crew loadouts for your group is the best thing that you can do. It's the best thing that you can do. Do whatever you want. I know it's hard to organize an armada group, but Kirk Spot Con's not that good. Kirk Spot keeps your shields up, does nothing else. No damage boost, no mitigation change, and Con requires you to get hit. So if you never get hit in armada, Con did nothing. Not that Con's bad. Not that Con's bad. He's not. He's one of the better officers in the game. But you got to get hit for it to turn on. If you don't get hit, or if you only get hit one series, it's not helping that much. So there are some valuables in that. Victor says organizing armadas is like herding cats. Yes, it is. It is. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying that in general, there's better things to run. Like Connor brought up a good one. If you have an enterprise running 5 of 10 as captain, 6 of 10 on the side, and Kirk is a far superior loadout to Kirk Spot Con. Like, it is way superior. And the reason being, and I've been meaning to make a video about this, but since y'all are here live stream, well, I guess we'll reward y'all for being here. The reason 6 of 10 is so good, actually, I'm going to ask a question. Here's what I want y'all to do. Everybody, right now, spam the answer. When we talk about what researchers do they factor into numbers or base? What do we always say it is? Base, right? It just is an additive. So they don't actually improve it. They just are giving you another percentage to work off the base, right? Yes or no? Type it in the chat. And then I'm going to explain what makes 6 of 10 so freaking good. Oh, Juliet's getting excited. They listened to it twice. Everybody's saying yes, yes. Okay, cool. Here's what makes 6 of 10 so amazingly strong versus armadas. 6 of 10, that 5% attack added to penetration values is not an additive like... So I'm going to write it out for those who have never seen it before. Here, I've got a piece of paper. So typically, this is how stuff in the game works. You've got your attack, which is a base of 1. Is this pen dying? All right, we're going to have to figure this out. Okay. Andy says he sees what's coming. Well, don't spoil it for the rest of the class, all right? Let me have my fun. All right, so I'm going to get out my word pads. I want to write this down so y'all can get an idea of what I'm talking about. Word pad here, here. Okay. And then we'll just knock the font up to this. All right, cool. You can read it now. All right, so who's ready for class? So typically when we talk about things getting added, let's take the damage bonus that we always talk about, the officer bonus. So how that works is this is your base number. So this is your base damage. The officer bonus is 300%, which would translate to 1.0 plus 3.0 equals 4. So here's what's different. It doesn't actually change the base. It just gets on top of it. So you get a bonus on top of it. What makes 6 of 10 so great is he changes the... Oh, man, the thing went away. Come back. Here's what makes 6 of 10 so great. 6 of 10 changes the base. 6 of 10 is an incredibly strong officer because he's one of the only things in this game that changes your base number. So if your base number was 1,000, he's actually going to lift it. So that 1.0 gets stronger instead of us just working on top of that 1.0. So now, not only are we increasing the 1.0, now every percentage that we have that works on it just got better. Every percentage on top of it just got stronger. So that's what makes 6 of 10 so ungodly stupid strong. I feel like I hyped this up to then type really basic notepad stuff. But that's what makes him so good, is he changes the base amount of these piercings, making them incredibly strong because it's not just adding a percentage base on top of 1. It's adding a percentage base on top of 2 or 3. That's what makes it so stinking impressive. Anyway, let me just take my little doodles off here because that was anticlimactic in my mind as it played out. But anyway, that's the whole point of 6 of 10, and that's why he's so important to focus on. Because if you got 5 of 10 and 6 of 10, combined, they're going to basically max out your mitigation versus the Armada. So when the Armada hits you, you're going to mitigate 71.19% generally, 71.2 if it perfects out. And then your mitigation is going to obliterate them, and you can drop their mitigation to 20%, 25%, maybe even lower, depending on your crew loadouts. That is a massive swing in damage. So that's why I'm always like, yeah, get 6 of 10. Get 6 of 10. Whether it's a Swarm Mata, Mud Mata, regular Armada, it is insanely good. Eddie says Discord is dying. Oh, that sucks. We're not trying to do anything to DJ stuff. He's a great dude. Support all content creators. We love DJ. Literally love DJ. So I know a lot of different games will have like this weird drama between content creators. We're not here for any of that. We support all of them. We support all of them. We give a shout out real quick to Ipper Gooba Team. Says they use 5.6 and Giorgio on the Augur and 5.6 Jayla on the Franklin A, and it works great. Correct. And that's why it works great. So on the Augur that you just laid out, you got burning. See, this lets me get my notepad out and talk about nerdy stuff again. So here's what happens. All right. I mean, where's my notepad? We got to have really bad math on the screen again. So that damage boost auger is a great example. So if you have a level 25 auger, that means that you get a 98% damage boost every time the obliterator weapon gets active. And that's cumulative. So it's every time you're going 1 plus 0.98 and then plus 0.98 every single time. That's great. But here's what's better. 610. So now if that 1 became 1.5 when it comes to mitigation, you can see how that's better. Like that's giving you a visual representation. Oh, sorry, I didn't switch on the screen. Bam, there it is. That gives you a visual representation of what's better. Now, even though mitigation is different than damage, it's not the same percentages. It gives you a visual of how, okay, if we were to multiply 1.5 by 0.98, obviously that's a lot bigger than if we did it by 1.0. So that's why I love 6 and 10 so much. Also, I love the auger. It's my favorite armada ship in the game for regular armadas. Favorite armada ship. Let's see what else we got. Craig says my main armada crew is 5-6 con. I would knock con off and put almost anybody else on. Put Ash Tyler on if somebody else is running burning. You know, a lot of cards I'd rather run besides con just because it requires on you to get hit. All right. Let's let's skip this song. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. We'll skip the song real quick. All right. What about Big Mud on a Saladin with Harrison and Pike? Interesting thought. So let's go back to our Big Mud. I'm assuming you're talking about bearded mud instead of goatee mud. You're talking about doing this. That is a great thought if it hits. If it hits. Now, it should get close to that with Pike. Now, we can actually test this one out. Except I don't have Harrison. But we can test it out with the mud part of it as soon as I get my ship home. How about that? You want to do some testing during this live stream? Would y'all like to do testing during the live stream? Would that make you happy? Also, we got to give a shout out to Chef for saying swinging damage. I don't even know what it means, but we appreciate it. We appreciate it. Remember, today is the day that we're trying to raise money for the channel. We're trying to raise money for the house fund. PayPal, Venmo are the ways that you can donate. Greatly appreciate it. We'll do some logs here as soon as I get it home. And we'll see. Hey, can Pike do that with mud? Can he? Crap, I'm going to have to speed up my mud. We'll do it, though. I'll have to speed up on an away mission because I got mud on an away mission. What's up, Server 172? I see you, Fleb. Shield says, Frank A. Best Pike crew, Pike Monroe Jayla. Yes, Pike will double the Jayla shot boost, and that is super, super good. Not everybody has Jayla, but it is super, super good if you have that. Do love that combo. And David is right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. So what we'll do is I'll finish up this. Y'all keep bringing in questions. We'll answer them. As y'all can tell, I get way too nerdied out about this silly little game that we play. But yeah, bring in some questions. We'll start talking about it. And Hugo's jumped in, says Captain Pike plus Mud plus Harrison, 84% chance to double shot plus 98% shield ignore. Yep. I actually wanted to show them a log of it, Hugo, before you're spoiling the fun. But yeah, he's right. So we'll show that. Now, I don't have Mud max, so my percentage is not going to be as high as he's displaying. But we will be able to show a log where you'll see my Saladin get double big kinetics off, which can be very, very good. Also, when we talk about... Oh, Stack says just joined your Patreon. Thank you so much. I was wondering if that was for football or because my Patreon mostly shows my football stuff, but also people who do the Star Trek stuff support. So thank you so much. Make sure you hit me up so that in Discord you get the extra privileges and everything. Anyway, what I was saying is that when you're talking about base cracking crews, Pike, Harrison, Mud, very good base cracking crew. Very good base cracking crew. When you're hitting those big ships and those big bases like the whales and stuff, because you're only going to get one shot off. So you want that first round to be really, really hard. Oh, good stuff. All right, hold on. We got to get these crews to die so we can do some live testing. Jimmer says, just joined the stream late. Was finally able to lock out my first faction. Congratulations. Level 29, server 17. Sir, and awesome. You just kind of gave me a rundown of who you are. Did you say Pike, Harrison, Mud? I did, Nathan. I did say that. And you'll see why when I can get home. Swarms, kill my Franklin A already. Jimmy, just kill any Fed hostile. They give you rep. They all give you rep. All right, the music playlist has gotten really weird. I'm not a fan of any of those. Shoutouts over 63 and Red. How you doing, buddy? Have you forgotten me? Oh, haven't forgiven you. I've definitely not forgiven you, nor have I forgotten you. In fact, I hate you more today than I did the day that you told me that you had got a full pull of pike. I truly hope that you get an itch on your taint that can't be scratched. And it never goes away. Why am I killing 32s in a Canadian Franklin? I'll show you in a second. Mainly because I like to save on repair costs just so that I can finish my dailies. So I've already done my big ones, and then I come down and finish the dailies by killing the 32s. And that way I can save on repair costs because I'm a cheapo. I'm a cheapo. And once I do this one, bingo bango, look who just finished their dailies. Haha. Bingo. Yay. Cool. Now we can send this thing home. Recall. Shark says new level 25 account, full pull on 10-10 today. Congratulations. I got a full pull on 10-10 yesterday. Yeah. I don't even need it, but I got it. I was trying to get Yuri to full pull in the ×2 event. I ended up getting 10-10. So now I can take 10-10 to tier 2. I'm actually I'm not going to lie. I'm low-key excited about this. I really am. So that's a great pull. Like, I don't mine a lot, but it is nice that I can now mine and get it done even faster. All right, so we're going to get the pike home in a second, and then we'll get mud, and then we'll go out with the Saladin and show you that big gun working in action. Let's go ahead and speed up this away mission that Mud's on. I think he's on... I don't think he's on this one. Nope, that's Yuri. So that means he's on the 6-hour one. I get to waste 6 hours of speed ups. Yay. Doot, 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 and then this one. And by the way, everybody's like, how does Rev have speed ups on away missions? Because I literally didn't waste them the last time they came around. I saved those jokers for when videos came out so I could do things like this when I needed to. Oh, screw you, game. Screw you, Scopely. Screw you hard. Screw you very hard and unpleasantly. That's a... Calm down. This is YouTube. This is YouTube. Calm down. I hope you have a very unpleasant day, Scopely. Very unpleasant. Anyway, moment of silence over. Let's get back to work. Let's go ahead and do this. I need to go do... Oh, yeah, there was a station event. Woohoo. Press F to pay respects. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, the get ret mate might need to get played, but I don't feel like pushing the button right now. Gosh, that like just brought my whole mood down. Just ultimate depression. Just go heavy. All right, let's do this because I'm about to upgrade another dock, so make sure we give our points in. Yeah, imagine you just speed ups only to fail. Welcome to Star Trek Fleet Command, where you are guaranteed to not enjoy 100% of the game that you're playing. Maybe you'll enjoy 90%. You ain't enjoying it all. It's a fact. All right, so let's do this one. Get those guns up, baby. And, oh, yeah, look at that. Free stuff. JMX says, I've never done a mission that didn't have a 100% success rate. No, I did not have 100%. It gets harder when you're up here when you're not trying to use your good officers. Emperor Grubatine, I don't need your sass, okay? I don't need your sass. You might be right, but I don't need your sass. Also, I gave a shout out real quick to George L. Don't want to say their name because we don't want to share out anything that isn't approved of, but they just donated on the PayPal channel to raise on the house fund. Thank you so much, George. Greatly appreciated for that donation of $18 You are an incredible individual. Much better than Bubba Redneck. Shout out Bubba Redneck. I just happened to see you sitting there. All right, let's get back to doing this testing that we're going to do when our ship gets home. We're going to do a Saladin. We're going to do Pike Mud to show the mud working in action, that he actually does work. Now, I'm going to cheat and use Pike Moreau Mud because I don't have Harrison. So my intent is going to be to get as much as I can of mud to get that double shot. So instead of having Harrison, I'm going to double shot. I'm going to try to guarantee I get 2 big kinetics in the first round. Heather says, I got 90 shards of Carol Marcus. I'd have preferred 10 of 10. Oh, I think we all would have. But how to prepare for a away team solo event? No advice on that one. Sorry. Don't waste speed ups like Rev Deuce does. Just flippantly throwing things away. I do have 10,000 of those, though, so I guess it's no big deal. Jeremiah says the MasterCard. I didn't want to say it, Jeremiah. Gosh. Why you gotta be that person? Speaking facts and stuff. Really annoying. All right, Harry Mudd. Pike Moreau Mud. And we're going to swap to our Saladin, which I do still have. Look at that pretty pizza cutter. Look at it. By the way, Hugo has not spoken since I semi-scolded him. Hugo, come back. We were 100% joking. Come back. I love you. Shout out to Fleb, by the way. Shout out to Fleb. Oh, man. Everybody greatly appreciated who donates and who listens. We got 300 people watching right now. If you can't donate, you know what? Hit the like button. Do that. So now we're going to do this test. What level hostile would y'all like to hit? You tell me. What level hostile do you want me to hit? Please make it reasonable so I don't just insta-die. That would be annoying. Good morning, Celudine. How you doing? 40s? Okay, so you want me to go up to like Wolf or something. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what the flight times are. That's too far. 5 minutes, that's not too bad. Hit a base? I've got 2 days left on a shield, sir. I don't want to hit a base. I don't want to do it. A trader in Seoul. I'll insta-die. I guess it's not the worst thing that could ever happen. Sure. Let's just do that. Let's just one shot a trader and die. We'll hopefully see the shot work. If it doesn't work, I'll be mad at you. Lexi says that they got 102 shards of mud and 37 of Chang in one pull. Lexi, a double full pull in one shot? I would check to make sure you actually got the second full pull. If you did, please buy my lottery tickets. Jake says the TNG cadets are worse than the real cadets. Jake, they're literally the exact same. They're literally identical. So they work identical. Jimmy says, please keep reiterating to Scopely how stupid it is to have to tie up a dock tearing ships up instead of the shipyard. Oh, don't worry. I am 1,000,000% on board with that. Not even debating that one. That's beyond dumb. That's the dumbest stuff I've ever seen in my life. Really stupid. Really stupid. But y'all can join the Discord if you haven't already. Dave says, can you explain how the critical bonus works on away missions and how to up the chances? So the critical bonus is based on you reaching a point threshold. So let's just say that mythical number is you need 500 attack. And when you go above that number, you're then increasing the percentage chance you have on the multiplier, which is up at the top. So I guess I could just show you while I'm doing all this talking as we wait for these flight times. So for example, this is another one that's not 100%, but the multiplier up here is 100% on the rewards. The critical bonus is just the bonus that they set for that mission type. And this has a 77% chance of success. And the multiplier is going to increase the actual rewards that you get. And the threshold is you've got to reach a certain threshold of stats. Threshold and stats. So once you reach this threshold, you increase the multiplier to increase this, which will then give you more stuff. Baby Yoda, they did it purposely because they hate you. That's why they did it. because they hate you. Uh-oh, Reed's here. Everybody get ready for the complaint storm that's about to rain down upon you. It's about to happen. It's about to happen. Yeah, Lexi, I love that screenshot. I would check to make sure that you actually got the mud ones. Because what happens a lot is it'll glitch out and show you 2 full pulse when it only gave you 1. So I will go check your shards. If you got both of them, you are incredible. Incredible. All right, so we got 3 minutes to burn. I guess we can do our refinery stuff. Yeah, Reed is always here to burn the place down. And Reed actually asked me to do a video that I did and then never even commented on it. Reed, what's up with that? I made a whole Prime Directive Rare Ticket video complaining about their forcibly pay events. And you didn't say nothing. Dang Canadians, they're so rude. Who is better, older mud or younger mud? Well, it depends on what you're doing, Scott. Depends on what you're doing. Are you asking because you want to go after one of them? Because my opinion is there are 6 other officers in the store that are more important for you to go after than any of the muds. If you've already got those, awesome. But if you don't, those need to be your focus. Let's see, ship parts. We're just going to do a basic so we can get some, start saving these up for later. Saving them up for later. Get these. And we'll check discovery. You got 49 minutes. Territory, 49 minutes. Resources, an hour and a half. Borg, 5 hours. And then no Latinum. So, Ark says, which 6 officers? Cool. We can make it a theme today. We will just repeat it. I have no problem repeating it. Now, I do ask that if you ask me to repeat myself, you must donate $10 million. Just kidding. But you go to the Transporter Pattern Store. Number 1 most important thing for you to unlock, not max, but unlock is Pike. Number 2, 6 of 10. Number 3, Con. And 4, 5, and 6 are these 3. The most important PvP officers in the game for levels 35 up. 35 to 50, these are the most important singular officers in the game for PvP. Those 6 are far more important than getting the muds. Far more important. All right, we are almost in the system, everybody. We're almost there with our 1.645 million Saladin. And we're going to go pew, pew, pew. Jimmy, a tier 8 Sally can probably farm in Wolf if you're using Pipe Moreau Chin. Just break that triangle. All right, so what are we going to hit? Let's go hit, let's see if there's a regular transport just so it doesn't hit as hard as the heavies. If there's not, we'll just blow up against the heavy. Y'all requested that we ruin the Saladin today, so we will be blowing up the Saladin per the request of the viewers because I am nothing if not a man of the purple. Man of the purple. Alright. Looks like there are no regulars, so we'll have to just blow up against a heavy. I'm going to change the song real quick to be kind of more of a solemn, you're dying song. That's not really what I'm looking for. Solemn, you're dying song. How about this one? That's kind of like a happy you're dying song. How about this one? That's funky. I guess that works. Here we go. Blow it up. Pray to RNGesus. Pray to RNGesus. All right, pew pew and splat, but now we're going to hit the repair button. Man, I'm not used to having that short of a repair time, so that's nice. Now let's see if we got our double shot. Battle log. So there's doubles. Big gun, little gun. Look at it. It worked. It worked. Look at that. So we ended up doing a total of, let's break out my calculator. So we did 588, 684 plus 582, 588 plus 184, 225 plus 203, 683. So we didn't get any criticals, but We did 1.55 million damage in round 1. So that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. Now, we also did a slight mitigation bonus with Moreau. So our mitigation was okay. But that is an example of Mud working with Pike Moreau. And I still went 7 rounds. Still went 7 rounds. Now, my big gun fired just a regular one here. So you can see in round 4 the comparison of a regular shot. Obviously, I'm not getting any critical, sadly. But essentially, I got a 1.5 million shot without needing a critical loadout. So this took the need of RNG out of it. Took the need of an RNG out of it. The Saladin will always be a bug on a windshield when it hits a heavy rod. Maybe when you get a really high level, then you can afford that. Reed with the $7 Canadian, $1 US, calm down ginger comment. Shout out Reed for the support. Greatly appreciated. So this is a great example of you showing Mud how it can be valuable. Now, the real key here is having Pike, Mud, Harrison. So if you can imagine getting the double shot there, and then the added side effect of how you're going to... So you see right here where the shield damage stopped at 160,000. Well, if you've got Pike, Harrison, Mud, almost all of this, basically flip these numbers. Without running the hard math, flip these numbers. And that's what's going to happen if you're running Pike, Mud, Harrison, is you're going to do 160,000 hull damage instead of 40,000. You're going to flip that up. And that is a tremendous shot in the first round. Tremendous shot. Jake, I won't be getting the Kelvin, but if y'all want me to make an updated Kelvin video, I can do that. Just send me some footage and then I'll put the officer stuff in the video. Saint, no, I can't. I'm streaming. I can't go through your logs while I'm streaming, Saint, but I appreciate it. Charles says, does Harrison, if he procs, work the same as TOS Uhura? No. Wait. Oh, I see what you're asking. Yes, except at a much grander scale. Sorry, I got my Uhuras mixed up. I was thinking of the other Uhuras. So, if we come in here, I'll show y'all what they are talking about. So, TOS Uhura right here. When fighting players, as long as the ship has morale, Uhura removes 12% from the shield's mitigation. I hate that they worded it like that because that's not mitigation. But yes, it works the exact same way, except hers is weaker but lasts every round, whereas Harrison only lasts 1 round. So they work the same way. Harrison just does it for 1 round at a much greater scale. Uhura does it for several rounds, or every round if morale is up. That's why she's so good on the Enterprise. Lorca is now awesome. That's not secret, Reed. Everybody knows about Lorca. Everybody knows about it. The Wills have been playing it for months. Let's see. Jimmy says, what happened to the G4 faction ships in the faction store? You have to reach the required levels to see them, but they're still there. They're still there. Alright. So, like, here's mine here, and then I can still see... I think I can still see some of them in the store. But you got to reach the required levels now to see them in the actual faction store, but they're still there in the game. But now you actually have to get to, you know, commended to unlock them. But here's my Kelvin, Newton, Enterprise A. I'm level 39. I'm tri-locked. I can see them. Let's see. So I was reading a message I had. Sale says G4 ships are in the loyalty boxes in the faction store. Yeah, correct. My opinion on the Gladius? My opinion on the level 32 ships is the same for all of them. Skip them. I think that you should skip all of them and focus on the epics. Unless you're a spender, and then just do whatever you want. But, alright, so we need to heal back up. And then we need to go do our Latinum event. So do this. We need to get our ISS jelly out. Oh man, the jelly brawl was yesterday. I completely forgot about that. Hey Drew, how you doing? Charles says, so if they wrote Harrison's ability the same as T.O.S. Uhura, what would he do? I'm not sure what you're asking, Charles. He does exactly what he says he does. So just like how Uhura works. It's just the way that the mitigation, mitigation is something different in the game, so I hate that they use the word again. But ignore 60% of the opponent. This is a much cleaner way of saying what's going on. Much cleaner way. Hey, Emperor, I love my Burrell too. But that doesn't mean that it's not... That doesn't mean that he's not... Actually, I've completely lost my train of thought because somebody else messaged me, which, by the way, I need... Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. I'm actually not going to share. Scrap fodder G3 ships are crap. Wow, Reed. What a dork. How do you get Harrison for free? You don't, Johnny. You don't. Yeah, spend the moolah. Like, they just had another Harrison offer like 3 weeks ago, and I just couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford to blow $100. But he is one of the rare officers that, like, if you are okay with spending $100, he's very good. He's very good. Jake says, please come and hit my base in Morska over server 32. Yeah, buddy, I'm not logging into server 32 to just come hit you. What tier is Marcus good? Tier 4 is about the point that I would recommend. Tier 3, if you're not going against like another tier 5 Marcus or so. So mine is still sadly tier 3. Tier 4 is where you get to 800%, and that's where you see a noticeable improvement. 1600% is the real big one. Also, I currently have one of the janitors saying mean things about me. I see you, janitor. I see you. Oh, man. Let's see what else we got here. Missed you on Twitch, but all good? Sweet, Drew. You're all good. You're all great. You're like Frosted Flakes. And more than good. They're great. Send me money, Kellogg's. It's a brand new theme. Just saying it. Send me my money. All right, we need to get our crews back out here. We need to return back to topic. Let's get back on topic. Jimmy says, will they be adding TOS officers to the Ultra Premium Federation officer chest pools in the future? They will add ways to get them in the future, yes. Is it coming right around the bend? No. You still got Epic Riker coming. You've got Epic Picard coming. I think Worf is a rare, but not sure. But I know Riker, Epic, Picard, Epic. And those all have got to come first. TNG is the theme right now. Worry about your bread. Somewhere else. Micah says maxed out in Banga today. Let's see. Emperor Group G's, I would say, though, out of any of the 3-star rares, the Burrell is really the only one that's worth it. That is a... it's perception. It's... So the Burrell is the best PvP ship of the 3, by far. It's probably my favorite for Armadas. I like the Gladius more for pure hostile grinding. The Burrell's still really good. The Gladius just feels better at high tiers for hostile grinding. But... yes, I do love my Burrell. Speaking of Burrell, let's bring her out. Is she already sitting out somewhere? Where's my Burrell? What? She must be sitting somewhere. Let's get the auger out. Assign officers and Chin, where are you? Yeah, your enterprise will suffer if you go after the Burrell. Great ship though. PvP wise, everything really, really good. You're just, the gas, you're still so bottlenecked in this game with uncommon gas. So you've got to find a way to cut corners where you can. And sadly, a great way to cut a corner is to skip the Burrell, skip all the 32s. A Slade, the reason I say that the glass is so good for PvE is actually because of its ability. So if you pull up the Gladius here, secret weapon increases the damage by 74% when fighting hostiles in comparison to the Burrells, which is a 31% mitigation bonus for the first round of combat. Mitigation decretion for the opponent. So you're getting a much better grind ability from the Gladius than you are from the Burrell. Love my Burrell. In PvP, give me a Burrell all day long. But PvE, this one is a little bit better. A little bit better. David, I do not know when they're adding the rare tactical cores. If any janitors who are currently watching at the moment know, please feel free to drop a hint now. I doubt that's going to happen. Tyler says, are we ever going to get any other ROM or Klingon officers? Yes, you will. In fact, there's a Klingon officer coming to you soon. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Drew says, please review the transporter patterns in the store. You mean like the time that I've done for like the past 8 times in this video? Sure, we can do it again. We can do it again. You want to go one by one and like rate them 1 to 5 in terms of importance? How do you want to do that? How do you want to do it? Here's the recruit button. So here are our shards. How do you want to rate them? Is this like a swimsuit model thing at the Miss America pageant? How are we doing it? How are we doing it? You tell me, Drew. No, none of these 3 are good options. This is like 7, 8, 9 in terms of importance. I mean, they're definitely more important than Gorkon, Nero, and Kirk, for sure. And they're more important than Gary Mitchell and Carol Marcus. But they're not more important than, as we've said, 6 of 10, Khan, Pike, Marcus, Sharvin, and Kang. Way better to do those. Way better. Jimmy says, I'm going to be a slow crawl for me to lock my Klingon Romulan rep, which I hope will have locked by 34. Fed locked and have started on Klingon. Very nice. All unlocked, who would you be first to max? Depends on what you're asking, Trevor. Are you asking like these, or are you asking the mud crew and stuff? Let's see, if I have the originals unlocked, is it more important to spend patterns to upgrade them or unlock the new ones? What are we talking about, Tomb World? Y'all gotta be specific when you ask questions. You can't just say, should I max that? Be specific. Let's see. What else we got in the question? Would any more? Yes, more transporter pattern officers are coming, Drew. Scott says, if I have those 6 but not max, should I go after the muds or max 6? Definitely max. You don't necessarily have to max all 6. These 3 definitely need maxing. I would say 6 of 10, you want to get to at least tier 3. Pike, you just want to unlock. You don't need to max Pike. You just want to unlock him. Khan, tier 3 or tier 4. 6 to 10, tier 3-ish. These maxed before you worry about anybody else in the store. Cosmic Wolf was the best faction to get. That's completely up to you. Early game is Fed. Late game is currently Romulan. However, that changes. Klingons are good throughout. They're just not the best at any given time. Hugo says Pike is more XP for leveling. While true, that's not important enough for me to blow tokens on at a low level. That's not important enough for me. Still good, but for overall gameplay, I'm more worried about damage and stuff. So now, if y'all would rather worry about getting your ship to level 45, that's cool too. No problem with that. Which of those big 3 is the best for the Ent? Depends on what you're fighting. So if you're fighting jellyfish and enterprises, this is the best. If you're fighting augurs, this is the best. If you're fighting D4s, this is the best. If you're fighting Kelvins, this is the best. If you're fighting Valdors, this is the best. I mean, it depends on what you're fighting. Con Max is super sexy. Con Max super sexy is only super sexy if you're doing a one-on-one PvP fight. If you're taking it to Armada, not that sexy. If you're taking it to do hostile grinding, not sexy at all. 1v1 PvP, sexy. Hugo, see, that's your problem. You're worried about the Stella. I'm not worried about that piece of junk. Let's see what else we got in the question and answer section. Sale says Marcus Sharvik and Kang for PvP. Actually, Marcus Sharvik and Kang for everything. PvP, PvE, Armadas, good for everything. Because mitigation is OP in the game. You want to be good in the game? Change the mitigation numbers. That's how you be good in game. That's how you be good in game. Shark says, I'm in the top alliance on server 61. We have 2 level 39 players. Oh, you babies are so cute. Level 5 alliance has 6 level 39 players. They have declared war. What's the best way you can think of destroying them or to annoy them? Kill their miners. That annoys everybody. Kill their miners and kill them while they're hostile grinding. That annoys everybody. Lynn, if you just got your Stella, then you're probably not having access to the rare parts yet, so you're going to want to be scrapping tier 2, tier 3. Just make sure you level it out first and then work your way up. Then when you can start doing the rare pulls, you start doing it around tier 5, tier 6. And then after that, when you get to epics, you'll finally start maxing out and scrapping at max. Which that reminds me to do my pull today. Eventually I'll stop being lazy and take this to accomplice. But see, I can do... Oh, I can't do no one of these, but you're going to get bottlenecked when you're brand new to it by rare uranium. So you're going to take it as high as you can with uncommon, then start scrapping it, and as you level up in the store, start taking it to the next set of tiers and then to the next set above that. Charles says, you got to give us some Armada crews with Bev Crusher. I go Bev, Lorca, Khan. I would say that almost anybody would be better than Khan in an Armada, because if you're running a 6-man Armada, what are the odds that you're getting hit enough for Khan to make it to where you're getting criticals every time you fire? So, Saint says, what if you did a loadout with Kang, Shar, Marcus, and one of them is captain? So if you did that, your opponent's mitigation would typically drop to the floor. The only drawback is you're not going to get any other bonuses. So like, you're not going to get a shield regen, you know, I mean, I guess you could do it if you were on the Enterprise, but you're not going to get a damage boost or a critical boost through damage and hull breach combinations. So you would definitely change mitigation. And if you ever notice, like on an Enterprise, you can run Kirk and then Marcus Chang, and you're doing 2 layers of the mitigation, taking them through the roof. So you'll actually do some decent damage, but you're not always putting out or increasing your damage. So it's a balance. You definitely want to affect phase 1, but that doesn't mean you ignore phase 2 or phase 3. So, yeah, Trevor, the exchange rep grind is depressing, which is why I don't focus on it, except for days like today, where I actually need to go out and do it because of Clear the Coast. But I don't focus on it every day. I don't. It's not a bad event. It's just, oh yeah, I did go do this by running into a trader, didn't I? I forgot that I did that. Bingo bango. Let's see if we actually put, now we'll do this real quick because I talked to a couple of whales who didn't even know this was a thing. We're going to put Talon on there, and we're going to go hit a heavy in a jelly and score a lot of points. Sadly, this is going to be very expensive for me, but I've been willing to do things for y'all for research. But you can almost one-shot this event by loading this crew out and then hitting a heavy and then just dealing damage to it. Hugo says for an Enterprise, 5 of 10, 6 of 10 in Kirk for Armadas is very, very good. And it is. It's extremely good. Best way to troll someone when someone is raiding your base. That's, once again, I can't answer those questions without knowing what officers that you have and stuff, so we'll just skip that. Stev Chalon used JoJo. JoJo? Who the heck is JoJo? Who is JoJo? Who is JoJo? Hadley Kurt Khan, your thoughts on using that loadout on an Enterprise? Don't do that. Giorgio? Oh, you mean Gigi. Not JoJo. Gigi. G-I-G-I. That's her nickname. I don't have Gigi. So. Yeah, Fallen Sun, that's been asked for 2 years. It's been asked for 2 years. Bum, bum. Waiting 2.5 minutes to fly across space. Then use Nero instead. Burning is only 1.1%, Micah. It's not that helpful. It's not that helpful. Not that helpful. Best way to deal with a bully alliance that makes it impossible to challenge them because they have so many whales. Annoy the fire out of their miners. Jimmy says, now that I have my Sally, what ship should I concentrate on next? The Vidar. The Vidar. The Vidar. Make sure you max that Joker out. Take the Franklin as high as you can take it at your level. Take the Stella as high as you can. Start making sure you're ready to scrap that and then move up. Then move up. Jimmy says, now that I have my... Oh, I just answered that. Are we ever going to see Tau return for PAX? Doubtful. Very doubtful. Let's see what other questions that we got on the list. Y'all need to ask more things. We'll be streaming for like 45 more minutes. Y'all need to get some questions in. If y'all don't ask more questions, I'm just going to spam you for why you should support the house fund, because we need about $40 million more. So if you want to support the house fund, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or you could just, buy the house. That'd be cool too. Like, nobody would complain if you did that. Nobody would complain. Hello, Colin. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing fantastic this evening. Depending on where you are, it could be morning. It could be afternoon. I don't know. It could be prayer time. Whatever it is for you. Oh, gee, yes. The only way through the Vidar for the moment is the event store, and it'll take you 2 event stores to do it. 2 event stores. 11 p.m. Wow. 7 hours ahead of me. Congratulations, Colin. You managed to make it to a stream that wasn't in the middle of your morning. There is no good Lorca counter because Lorca is amazing. Lorca, Tilly, pick your triangle officer. Enjoy. What officers to concentrate on a less than 15 player? The cadets and the common TNG crew. All right, let's just go bust a heavy trader. Uncommon gas in the mid-20s. Save it. Only use it on research and buildings, and then just work on saving that if you want the Enterprise later on. Or you can use it on a Centurion if you really want to. Bye-bye, ISS Jelly. How much did we do? A little bit. Not much. My ISS is a baby. But I am now over 400,000. How much did we do? Yeah, I got, 60 million with a tier 2 ISS. If I had it higher tier, I would have beat it. But now I'm going to go waste some of that lat I just earned because I'm impatient. Very impatient. Let's see. When will we get refits again? Don't have an answer to that question. Don't know. What else that we have? Hugo, after a long time with it, do you enjoy the jellyfish constitution skin? Yes. The jelly skin is definitely noticeable. Now, I will remind everybody that if you get the skin on any of these, once you apply it, it's there forever, whether you're wearing it or not. It's like if I actually switch back to my default, I will still get the bonus of the Constellation skin, which I don't know if that was intended, and I don't know if they're going to change that. Hopefully they don't. But once you get the skin, you got the bonus for life. Also, I need more of this. I need more unlocks. I've already got these, but we need more so that we can get the Plasma Blast, which I didn't get any Plasma Blast. Hugo says it's intended. It's in the tooltip. I don't trust anything that are in tooltips ever in this game. I've been lied to too many times. Yeah. I've been lied to too many times. I've had support tell me things literally direct opposite of what a dev said. So I don't trust this game at all. Nope. Not going to catch me slipping. Not going to catch me slipping. Edwina says, have you done a video on 6 of 10s? I have not. I did explain how 6 of 10 worked earlier in this video, but I haven't done a dedicated 6 of 10 video. John says, I'm Ops 22. Realized I got off track on dual faction. Plus 300 on Fed. I grind, but Fed gets others up faster. It's best to grind too, so just work one back. If you got to stop dailies for a couple days, just stop them and then just go kill a crap ton of hostiles. And whatever you want your second faction to do, build it up. Build it up. Hey, Rooster, how you doing? Drew says, Lorca coming this weekend? Possibly. Possibly. Is Burrell a good option for a level 32 ship? Literally skip the 32s. Skip them. Don't waste your money. Skip them. Skip them. Fallen, yeah, you do use a little bit of uncommon gas. Not a lot, but a little bit of uncommon gas. Aaron says something's rigged, but no idea what they're talking about. Oh, the merger events. I don't think the merger events are rigged. They actually just made an improvement to make it easier so they're less rigged. I still don't necessarily like how they do server merge events, but the recent improvement and change of how they do the score calculation is definitely better than what they were doing in weeks prior. You know, the dev who's over that, I think, made a nice change. How's the Pokemon Go been going? I mean, it's going. I need more people to add me if they play. Not many people have added me on Pokemon Go. Here, I'll pull it up real quick so y'all can see it. Shout out to William G, who just made a donation on Cash App for the house fund. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. You are awesome, sawsome, robossum. Oh, well, there we go. I actually got a Team Rocket that wants to fight me. So if y'all want to add me on Pokemon Go, I guess I can share my... Uh-oh, is this a boss? Oh, boy. It is! Crap, it's Leader Cliff. What do I do? Do I play Star Trek Fleet Commander or do I kill the Pokemon Go boss? I don't know what to do. My life is a series of difficult choices and questions. Should I beat Cliff? Should I fight Cliff? I don't have a way to put this on the screen, sadly. I don't have a way to put it on the screen. Deadman, there are some slow ways, like through event stores and stuff, to grind out the North Star, or you can spend $20. It is worth $20 in my opinion, but I guess I need to beat this. We've been doing a lot of Pokemon, mostly on the Twitch side of things, so I'm gonna. I guess I'll fight him. Loyalty gives him strength. Do anybody know what type? Does anybody know what type of what does he use? Does anybody know what Cliff uses? So I know what characters to fight him with, what Pokemon to use. Shout out Northern Ireland and Billy Bob. Billy Bob Thornton, maybe? Is it Billy Bob Thornton? Son of a biscuit, there's a regular Federation trader up there. And we'll swap over to our normal hostile crew now. Wrong button. I do love the look of the Constellation skin. I really do. Group. Chin. Bingo, bango. And we'll fly up here. Yes, this is the S21. It is. I got it for free by turning in an S8. It's crazy. You can go up 13 phones. Yeah, I am, Aaron. I am. I just happened to see that there. Harry says, I ask again, do you all on your server deal with the 12-hour shield glitch? It's not just 12 hours, Harry. It's any shield can have that problem. Any of them. 1 day, 3 days, 12 hours. It's any of them. Any of them. I know that's exactly what you wanted. Case is a little bit too big. That's because I have children. And when children throw your phone, you don't want a $1,000 phone to break. So yes, I have a big, robust case on it. Hello, Canada, I guess. All right. So going to, I don't know what Pokemon to use though. I guess my Gyarados, Machamp, and my Charizard, maybe? I don't know. Hey, shout out to Spain. I like Spain. Oh, and shout out to Miros, who just followed the Twitch channel. That's always good that y'all support the Twitch channel. Support the Twitch channel. It loves you and it'll love you back if you just support it. All right, so here's what I want y'all to do. While I battle this Pokemon Gym Leader, I need y'all to drop some dope questions in the chat, and then we will answer the questions as soon as I get done spam clicking and trying to beat this leader that I don't even know what he uses. What does he use? Go Gyarados. Oh god, he's starting over the C dot. Okay, that's not scary. I wish my Charizard was first, but suck it, suck it, suck it hard, suck it big. Yeah, you can hit me with your stupid little dot ability. Currently run this. Yeah, caps lock you gotta watch out for, Douglas. Gotta watch out for. Oh man, that thing hurt more than I thought it would. Stupid little C dot. Spam, spam, spam. What's next? A Kingler. Crap. Let's get our Hydro Pump going. Yay, Hydro Pump. Even though he's using water Pokemon. And he blocked it. You suck. Let's get Machamp out here. Bum, bum. Dave says, any idea you can use skin multiple times? No clue. No idea. We'll use my shield. Ron says, my tier 4 jelly kills 9 regular level 49s per run. Very nice. Do you got the, or do you have the skin on it? Because that obviously makes a difference. Wow, 20 people stopped watching as soon as I started playing Pokemon Go on the side. Y'all gotta let me have my fun too. Y'all are terrible. Don't worry, we're still gonna answer questions about this game too. Jeez. Charles says, yes, you can. Sweet, there's the answer. And now we know. Ron says, no skin. If you had that skin, I bet you can kill 11. Gotta get that skin. Yay, we beat him, so now it's over. We can go back to talk about Star Trek Fleet Command. Do you think Scope will ever improve the faction recruit options? Define improve. What do you mean, Dave? So we've got to rescue this C dot. All right. Where is the regular? Did somebody kill it already? Probably did. Oh, there's one. So we'll go blow this up with our ISS. DJ made a comment Sunday on his podcast that we have something coming that everyone's been asking for 2 years for. Might we be seeing crew assortments on the ship? Could be. I don't know exactly what he's referring to, so I don't want to answer without knowing what he's referring to. And since I didn't get to do the podcast today because he's literally doing on a day that I'm streaming, I got no clue. No clue. So that'd be really cool, though, to actually have the preset crew loadouts. But I don't have an answer of if that's the answer. So, let's see. We got to kill one more transport to finish out this event. There's one down there. Then we'll finish our Sci-Vi event. And everybody can accuse me of being a whale because I'll have over 400,000 Latinum. That happens all the time. You must be with Scopely or they're paying for everything for you to have all that Latinum. Literally not. Literally no. But nobody will believe me. I'm obviously a Scopely shill. Super silly. Captain Loser says, I have a well-ranked Lorca and Tilly. Is it worth to consider the D4 over the Enterprise? Yeah, I mean, that's a legitimate thing. If you have Lorca, Tilly, son of a biscuit. If you have Lorca, Tilly, and then say Marcus, you'll eat a lot of Enterprises for dinner, and they'll be very mad and not understand why the heck that is happening. So yeah, that is a really, really good crew to run. Very, very useful, and a good reason to go the D4 and then save that gas for something else, or build both of them. Why not both? I like both. Yay! We got Latinum! Woohoo! Look at all the freebies they're giving at level 39. Gotta love it! Gotta love it. All right, we can go home now. Recall. Bye-bye. Let's see what other things that we got real quick. So, BP overflow. Oh, that's the battle pass. My bad. We'll do that in a second. We already did Mystery in Space. Even made a video about it. And let's see what else we got. Rare ticket event. We're not screwing around with that. Hunt the factions. I need to go into ROM space and do the exact same thing I was just doing to get faction credits. I can do that later, though. I do love the Para event as well. Drew says, saw it on DJ stream. Lorca's OP. I was saying it before DJ, but yes, DJ is 100% right. Lorca's amazing. It's one of the reasons that Lorca's not here. Carl says, currently have a Centurion and planning to skip level 32 ships. Is it worth building a Saladin too? The Saladin will last you longer than basically any other ship in the game besides maybe the Enterprise. So yeah, I'd say go ahead and build it. I'd say go ahead and build it. Unless you're just really, really trying to save resources and not spend things you absolutely don't have to. So. Let's see. What other questions do we have? I asked y'all for a lot of questions, and I'm not getting them. Stevie says at level 37, is it worth quickly going to 38 for deep space new missions? Go to 39, Steven, and yes, it is. Go ahead and camp at 39. There's no real bonus to being 37. Go ahead and get up to 39. Is it okay to have 2 tier 7 ships? Sure, why not, Bobby? What would be wrong with that? Is it worth using your rare tickets today? If you got rare tickets for free today, I would save them for the Prime Directive event that we have coming up. So if you remember, and I've been saying this in videos, watch everything I put out because I am the most important person in your life. More important than your spouse, than your child, and definitely more important than your mother. So if you remember, scroll down here. Where is it? Prime Directive, May 30th. You've got another one coming up in a couple of days. So if you want to use those rare tickets on something that give you a good payout, save it up. Save it up. Wait till then and then do it. That'd be my advice. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. OG says, in that LAT event this past weekend, I ended up with over 30 million in points from LAT taken. Very nice. Davis is the most important ginger I know. Well, that is very... I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad. Like, how many... If you know 1 million gingers, that's a huge compliment. If you know no gingers, it's not a compliment. Said important? Oh, well, now I feel insulted. Connor says, I did see the video, but noticed Hunt the Faction was free again today. Well, Hunt the Factions, it's just Faction Hunt. That's all that is. That's just Faction Hunt. So, it's just Faction Hunt. They'll change up the style of what they run. But, I mean, yeah, just run it. What's the highest level you should go with the Discovery? Max. Max. Bonus Refinery? I don't know. We haven't had one in like 6 months. So maybe that's what you're getting this weekend that you've been asking for 2 years. A bonus refinery. Think of how anticlimactic that would be. All that for a bonus refinery. Here we'll put our... Just because I like being over 17 million power, we'll throw our auger in. Go over 17 million. For station defense, if one ship activates morale, does it affect all the other ships in the station as well? No. Don't think so. Pretty sure no. In all seriousness, the new Hunt the Factions is the future standard faction hunt. I'm totally down with that. I kind of am. I slightly dislike it because I'm trying to build a rep with Romulans, not hurt it. But I do think that it is... I like that it's not 3 distinct ones that I have to hunt through. and it has good Latinum payouts and good faction credit payouts. So yeah, I'm good with it. I just wish that it wasn't always me hunting Romulans or Klingons, because those are the two that I'm trying to build. Where's the best Klingon system to Grom rep for feds? Tygo Core. Tygo Core. Always has been. Probably always will be. Come on, get home. Stupid slow constellation skin. So we can hit that repair button. Ah, 3 hours is not that bad. We'll knock it down a couple or an hour or so with the helps, and then I'll repair it up. What's your thoughts on going for a second D4? I'm going to be building another Enterprise soon. So I'm going to do it. I'm doing the Enterprise build just so that I can do some like mid-tier Enterprise versus high-level Enterprise. So I can have some comparisons for everybody to see the difference between the two. But I'm going to be building another one here soon. As you can see, I've got almost the parts for another one. So I will build another one. Another beautiful Enterprise. And then I will start working on big ships. This is actually the main one I'm working on. I know she's not that great. Doesn't matter. She's so gorgeous. Look at those sharp lines. That sexy rigid neck. Love her. Love her. What do you get in free chests at your level? Basically the same stuff you get in free chests at your level, Doug. The free chests typically aren't that good. I want Latinum and relocation tokens. But yeah, I just got some 1 minute speed ups. Whoopee-doo. Is the Valdor worth going for? That's completely up to you, Ron. Completely up to you. Since they did the update to their repair cost, the uncommon 4-star ships definitely have more of an argument for going after them. They're still not incredible, but they're definitely better than what they were, say, 6 to 12 months ago. I still think that the 46s are the best, and that's where the value is in the game. But it literally just comes down to how quickly you think you'll progress. Because if it takes you a year to get to 46 from 42, or even 6 months, then you probably want to have a ship along the way instead of waiting all that time. We'll give a shout out real quick to William, who just donated $20 to the PayPal to help with the house fund. Thank you so much. And Joseph F as well. Thank you for supporting me so I can actually get a house. Every little bit helps. Every little donation is important. So thank y'all so much. Y'all are awesome sauce. And I'm actually looking like right below there. I have like several bills that y'all actually just paid for. So thank you. How much do you got in your steel wall? You can see it on the screen. What are you asking me for? You see it. 1.3 billion. Let me real quick. I'm going to put in these donations because I feel like people should be recognized for being awesome, because that makes them better than y'all. I mean, if you didn't donate, obviously these people are better than you. Duh. That's just a fact. Sorry. Bam! Shout out William. Appreciate it. Super awesome of you to be so supportive. Also, we're going to get Joseph in here. Not going to use y'all's last names, obviously, because I don't want to give out anything too personal. There's lots of people named Joseph in the world, and you just happen to be the best one. Also, we're going to get in George here, who donated before. And bam. Now, all of y'all who have donated so far today should appear up on the screen. Thank y'all so much, truly, for supporting the channel as we try to raise money and get a house. Because I would like my kids to grow up in something that I never actually had. I mean, I had a house, but it was mostly like rat-infested places. Times where I'd go be with my dad. He had no power, no running water, roaches. So I'm trying to make sure that my kids never experience those things. So Andrew says, why did you leave OO for feds? Rewards. Simple as that. They weren't growing big enough anymore, and I needed rewards. So Will they add TOS officers to the recruits anytime soon? I would not say anytime soon, but they will add them, yes. They will add them. Soon is such a relative term, though, so... I'm trying to talk to a janitor at the moment. Sorry for all the clicky clacking. Let's see what else we got. Darth says, at level 34, I have enough to build an auger. I'm saving to build an enterprise, or I've had enough to build an auger. I plan on camping here until Christmas. If I tier up my auger, will that impede my enterprise upgrades? Well, define impede. Define impede. Because when you look at any ship, so this is auger, enterprise, all of them. So if we look at the auger and go its total cost, it is going to need some crystal and ore. Obviously is the main one. Now if you look at your enterprise, because it's an explorer, enterprises are going to focus, or explorers are going to focus on gas and ore. So to max out an enterprise, I think you need like 15,000 uncommon ore. So yeah, that will be a slight deterrent for your enterprise if you're using all your ore on the auger. But the main thing that the enterprise needs is gas. So, you know, that's the main thing. And Dave, I spent 16,000 of my Ultra Recruit tokens. 16,000, so I'm at 60,000 now, and then I stopped just because I wanted to see if I could get any full pulls of your DC. I ended up getting one of 10 of 10, which I really can't complain about. That's a pretty dope pull. So, no griping here. I'm actually very thankful for that. We'll give a shout out to Late to the Party from Server 50 who just donated to the House Fund. Thank you, sir. I figured that you'd rather me use your game name than your real name because I know some people are, sensitive about that or picky about that. Appreciate you donating to the House Fund. We'll get that updated here in just a minuto. Thank you. Late to the Party. And they did it. See, I know that they've been around a while because they did it in Venmo and I haven't even shared the Venmo link. So thank you for supporting the House Fund. John says, you've advised that we should save the Ultra and Premium Recruit tokens. What should we be spending them on exactly? Or when? So it's for these type of events. For when ×2 comes around. Then you have to decide, is this worth it enough for me? So because I had saved, 70-something thousand and I will continue saving, I went ahead and blew 16,000, which essentially what I did is I did 20 pulls. So 4 or 5 chest pulls. And I did manage to get 2 full pull officers. I got a full pull of 1 of 10, and I got a full pull of 10 of 10. Not what I wanted, but I'm happy with that. So, and then of course I got charged for other things as well. So I'm actually not upset with that at all. It's a pretty nice little haul. And then I just stopped for if another ×2 comes around, that's more important. So, what are the pitfalls to going to Ops 39 too soon? Well, if you don't have, say, a tier 6 or tier 7 epic ship, completing your dailies and everything can be problematic. And also, if you don't have a Franklin A yet, that's going to be problematic because one of the best things about level 39 is having, I can do these now, is having the ability now to get through the biotics or the biotics, as I like to call them, and get those pulls done. So that's going to be problematic for you if you have not gotten your ships high enough. But other than that, it's a great place to sit, turn in resource chests and things like that. Also, I like to do this and turn in these chests. I need to get back to where I'm doing it every day so I can add up those modulators for when I'm ready to upgrade my Franklin A. Hey, Mike says, how's the House Fund going? It's slowly going. Look, we're at almost 7,200 right now. So thanks to all of y'all for donating. I might actually need 50,000 instead of 30,000. I actually had to sit down with the bank and they're like, yeah, you're going to need more money. Not that I'm trying to get an expensive house, but just I need a pretty big down payment because of the style of work I do. So yeah, that's going to be an issue. But I mean, that is what it is. I mean, what are you going to do? You can't do anything about it. So we're just going to keep working towards it. And when we get a house, we'll get a house. Also, I just had a weird deja vu moment. Weird deja vu. Remember in the Matrix when a deja vu happened, it meant that they just changed something in the Matrix? Scopely just changed something in the game. I felt it happen. Aaron says the Franklin A is one of the best things Scopely did in terms of in a long time. I agree. It is extremely useful. Charles says, do I need to get a Franklin A if I want to go to 35? So what you want to do, Charles, is you can go ahead and go to 35 if you want to. You do want to max out that Franklin tier 9 level 41 and then immediately scrap it so that you can get a Franklin A for free. That would be the way to go. Heath, I went to a credit union. So my bank is a credit union. So when I say my bank, I use a credit union. And they basically said, you're screwed unless you have more money. So did they change photon tokens? Oh God, I don't, where's my other phone? Crap. I can't check it right now. We'll just have to pray that's not the case. Do you house blueprints? House blueprints? What? I'm not building a house, Hugo. I'm not rich. Rich people build houses. I ain't doing that. That's not a good idea. No. Not a good idea. Adam says I'm level 35 but need to kill level 41 hostiles for my dailies. I've got an auger. What do you suggest? Wow, you got your rep up pretty high. So what I do, now this is just what I farm. I come to Groombridge and I farm, but I'm also Klingon and Rom. So I just come up here and I kill these traders, I kill the patrols, and I can get lots of these in with my auger. Now your auger is level, what is your auger at? That's gonna be a big question. Mihai says I'm level 25. Should I update Spock, buy some recruits, or buy some Saladin blueprints? At level 25, I would make sure that your Spock is at least rank 3, preferably rank 4. And then at level 26, you start doing, and I talked about this in my camping video. If you haven't watched it yet, go check out the camping video. I would make sure that's done before you move up to level 28 and 29 and camp there. That'd be my recommendation. Completely up to you on what you actually decide to do, though. So, Hugo says you've been voted off the island. Yeah, it's just very tricky because in the U.S., houses are never cost what they're quoted. There's always gonna be some weird, oh, we had to do this instead, or this crazy fee, and yeah, it's just not, no bueno. No bueno. No bueno. Speaking of dailies, what all do I have left to do today? So I got to do my hostile grinding, and then I got to mine crystal. That's what I got to do. Mine crystal. 17.2 million. Where does that put me? 270. Yikes. So many people on my server going up to level 40 plus. David, yeah, people have done that. That's not a great or efficient loadout compared to Pike Moreau Chin. If you're looking for a Pike Moreau Chin replacement, there's not one. You got the standard hostile crew and then the advanced one. Bones Moreau Chin will do a little bit better than the cadets, but not that much better. There's not a replacement crew for that, though. There's only Chin Talon, and then there's not a better best thing going on at the moment. Now, they should change that, but at the moment, you're stuck with what you're stuck with. So now we need to go find a crystal node real quick. Generally, I can find one in Klingon space that's not too heavy. Let's try here in Pekka. Get that loan from the government. Yeah, I don't even qualify for that. But don't worry, I've already gone through all those potential options, and it's just not available to me. So I just have to work and raise money. This is all there is to it. Hey, OG, we were talking to a level 25 or 23 in my Discord who just finished tri-locking. They've locked all 3 factions, which I thought was really impressive. Really impressive. Is there a Warp Scott crew? I don't even know what that means, Trevor. A Warp Scott crew? What does that mean? Repeat. Dave says, anything better than Pike Moreau Talon after level 30 swarms? So if you've got a maxed Vidar, 5 of 10 as captain, and then Chin Talon on the sides will max out verse 33s. It's the best run versus those. Oh, or swarms. Sorry, I just said Borg. So swarms, if you got a Franklin A going against like the 39s, Jayla can be better. But that's, once again, which swarms are we talking about? Gordon says, can Epic Kirk as captain plus TOS Kirk give extra morale? So there's no extra morale. Like, you've either got morale or you don't. Doubling up on morale doesn't do anything for you. OG, you'll have to hit them up in my Discord and ask them that question, but it's pretty insane. Edward, I appreciate that. I'm a long way from Laffy, though. I appreciate the offer. That'd be quite a drive for you to just come help me move in the same town. Let's see. Knight says, I got a ton of transporter patterns. What would you spend them on? Oh, man. Gosh, I think it's like 20th time I've answered that this show, which I guess is fine because people are going to listen to it at different points. But let's go over one more time. And if you would like to support the channel for going over this one more time, not a requirement, but it is definitely appreciated, hit up that PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all appreciated. So, number 1, unlocking Pike. Number 2, getting 6 of 10 to tier 3-ish. More the better. Number 3, Khan. Preferably tier 3 or higher. And then 4, 5, and 6 are these babies right here. Max these jokers. So those are your top 6 in transporter patterns. And don't worry about anybody else that's currently in there until it changes. And then once you get those done, then you can talk about these 3, which have some good abilities, but not near as good as what's further down the list. What's further down the list is way better. Vegas says, I run 5-7 Talon for swarms and it works out pretty well. Cool. Harmon says, extra morale like popping 99% of the time. Regular Kirk has morale going 99% of the time as it is, so you don't need to double up on it. Trevor, if you can't get to Tygo Core warp-wise, then you shouldn't be trying to farm there. Pike Moreau Chin is the best thing to run in the world. You don't want to risk that, mess up your percentages by running Cadet Scotty. So go where you can go and upgrade your warp when you can upgrade your warp. All right, we got here. Spock Paper Scissors is a great name, by the way. That is a fantastic Star Trek MMO name. Spock Paper Scissors. You get a kudo. Carl says, I don't have Pike, but have found rare Crusher with Chintalon with Moreau is great. I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't call it great. I mean, everybody thinks that Crusher is this, like, PvE replacement officer. She's really not. I mean, she's okay, but she's not this huge PvE replacement that a lot of people have made her out to be. If you don't have Pike, though, you're really limited in what you're running, so I can see that being something you try out and finding some success with, but shield restore, once again, that's not important at all. And then this one is good, but it's not as good as, say, a 5 of 10 would be. So Trevor says, dang, you and your logic. Sorry. I just get those ships up, man. Just get those ships up. Let's see what else we got. Crusher will crush in armadas. Wow. Very good wordplay there. Robin says, level 18, 29,000 Tala. How do I play when a 56 jelly won't let me use ships? Literally just go play and ignore the 56 jelly. Just relocate somewhere else and go grind. I mean, they can't find out where you're at. So, like, I would just go do my dailies. Like, I would send that Tala to Davadul and just start killing random traders and ignore them. Now, if you have unlocked some officers, such as Merrick and Krell, you can probably kill that jelly. But depending on how high that Merrick and Krell would need to be tier 3 or tier 4. Slave 5 of 10 is, well, yeah, tier 3 Crusher is going to be slightly better than 5 of 10. But the captain's ability of Crusher isn't really doing anything for you. Yes, Hugo, you're right. They do need a ton of defense. But that is a way to flip that jelly triangle. But it is really OP. Robin says they always find me. Well, then you're in the same spots too much, Robin. There are literally hundreds of systems in the game. They can't always find you. You're going to the same spots repeatedly. That's the problem. Trevor says I got horribly behind on ships. have spent most of April, May trying to catch up. No problem. And look, everybody has those type of moments where they've rushed or they made a mistake here or there, and that's not a big deal. Like, there's no winning this game. You can't win. So just do what you can and enjoy it along the way. Enjoy it along the way. Robin says, forced to quit. I mean, if you quit, that's on you. But one player with a jelly can't make me quit. You know, that's none of my, I don't worry about it at all on my new accounts. No big deal. Literally just go to any other system to do what I'm doing. Like, I have a level 14 account that I don't worry about jellies on. I have no reason to explain row because row doesn't exist. There is no row in this game. You can do whatever you want. Now, if you want to obey rules that you and a group of people decided to arbitrarily make in a video game, you can. I'm gonna just play my game. So, let's see. Life's not fair, Robin. Welcome to life. Yeah. It's just gaming is no different. It's like if I bust in World of Warcraft right now, I'm gonna suck. You know, just a fact. But yeah, Edward's right. Get you a friend that's got a North Star. That North Star will wreck that jelly, no problem. $20 North Star will make that jelly look foolish. Craig is right. The only rule this game really has is you can't kill a purple ship. And I'd do it if I could. Because I've got friends that will go OPC and I'm in their alliance. I'm like, come on, y'all. You're killing me, dog. You're killing me. I need to program my keys so I can zoom out. Vega, that sounds like how I typically play. So, and that's my play style. Oh, we got another house donation. We give a shout out to supporting the channel, making awesome choices with their lives and my life. It's actually kind of like vindicative. Like, yeah, this was a good life choice because they're supporting you. So we give a shout out to Christopher. Obviously, not gonna give out your name just so that we don't, you know, personal reasons. But thank you for that donation. The house fund. Look at that. House fund is growing. We're almost at $7,250. By the way, if somebody wants to donate, like, what, $5.78 just so my OCD gets fixed, that'd be great. But yeah, we got a few minutes left before we wrap up the live stream. I've actually got a podcast I got to do for my Saints channel in, like, an hour. So I got to hop off here and get into that. But if y'all got any questions, throw them in now before we wrap up. No, I will not be watching the Friends reunion. It's the most overrated show from the 90s ever. It's not that good. So no, I will not be watching the reunion. Pogs asking the question we've answered 4 million times today. Is it worth spending transporter patterns to unlock the MUDs if we don't have them yet? Only if you've done the following 6 things. If you have unlocked Pike, if you have gotten 6 of 10 and Khan to at least tier 3 each, and if you have maxed Kang, Char, and Marcus. If you've done those 6 things, then yes, you can get MUD and stuff. If you've done those 6 things. Gianna says token space should be protected. No. You can do whatever you want, but no. Admiral says, hi, Rev. On which officers would you spend transporter patterns on? Well, I just answered that question just now. Woohoo! Hopefully you caught it. Do you have a video about the quest to unlock dark sectors? I don't have a video about that. Just you hit level 38 and you get a mission to spawn. Now you have to make sure that your main storyline mission is caught up. And then if you do, it'll automatically prompt. Automatically. Vega, thank you for that $6 donation. Woohoo! Yeah, Drew was right. You can catch it on the rewind. But thank you, Vega, for supporting the channel with that $6 super chat. Very kind of you to do that. Look at that. Racks on racks on racks. Funny story. I actually had to change the music for that because I was getting a copyright strike when there was music playing with this. Like, it said, money, money, money. I got copyright striked, and that sucked. The only problem, Vega, is that OCD cure was literally just making it 7 to 50. 22, you didn't cure it. You just made it straight even. But I appreciate it. Giannis, you are right. I do want to take the grind off other players because my play experience is more important than them. And you saying that I'm lazy does not insult me at all. Literally does not. So, sure, I'm lazy. And guess what? Thank you for the 100,000 inert nanoprobes. Literally no insult there. Oh. Alex says, what's the best way to get 100 rogue credits for the Stella as a level 25? You can't. You can't. I don't even think it shows up in the event store. You gotta be level 28. Level 28. No problem, OG. If you actually would mind, send it to me because I don't even remember. So send it to me. Hit me up in a link. That'd be appreciated. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Send it to me so I can get the info. Shark says, not lazy, smart gameplay. Sure, I mean, if I can do something that takes me 30 minutes instead of an hour, why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I? Yeah, and that's why I'm a pirate. But I'm a nice pirate. Like, I'm not going to be a jerk about it. I'm not going to call somebody a loser or anything. What's up, Am Trip? How you doing? Are you enjoying your day? Any advice for jumping to 41 from 39? Yeah, Jose, don't do it yet. Max out your researches and stuff at 39, your efficiency researches. Make sure your ships are up there. I'd definitely max like your enterprise and stuff before going up. Don't do it. Wait for them to continue to release all these content updates they've been putting out so that your game experience can be more whole and more fun. That would be my recommendation. Also, another recommendation is remember tomorrow night is Friday night. So Twitch stream, probably going to be goofy and acting crazy. Not sure what we're playing yet. We'll do either Jackbox or play Pokemon or Star Trek. I don't know yet, but Friday nights on Twitch get really randy. Slay says, Jayla Crusher Kang is your go-to Franklin A mod grinding crew. That's a good one. However, I would replace Crusher with 5 of 10. 5 of 10. So, Hugo says, don't forget to post your PayPal link. Well, because you asked, there you go. Now the Nightbot will do it. Thank you, Nightbot. Hit the like. Edward is right. If you are here before we wrap up the show, we've got about 3 minutes. Hit that like button. This does matter. Weirdly enough, YouTube is really big on their analytics. So comments matter, likes matter, sharing it out matters, views matter. All those things work into each other. So smash the like button. It really will help the channel get more views by more people. Slade, I was saying as captain. When I list the captain, I list them in the middle, not in the beginning. I got to get out of the habit because I used to do it as the first one because that's how they originally displayed. So if you look at some of my old videos, you might go, hey, this dude's an idiot because the captain used to be on the left side. Now the captain's in the middle. But the captain used to be on the side. So now I try to get it to where I list the captain in the middle. Cedric, the card game is just slowly being developed. You know, I don't really have any updates. I'm still waiting for some more artwork to get made, and I'm working on mechanic balancing. I'm hoping to have a playable version in 2 months or so. That's my goal. So, there you go. Let's see what other comments we have. I'd like to know the one per. Oh, here's a secret. Thumbs down don't actually hurt. They don't care if it's a thumbs down or a thumbs up. YouTube just wants you to interact with the button. So if people hit thumbs down, it really doesn't matter. So yeah, for all those people who don't like the channel, hit thumbs down. Thank you. You're helping the channel grow. I appreciate it. Not only have I gotten your view, now I've also gotten your interaction. So, seriously though, thank you to everybody. Whether you like or dislike, if no one shouts your favorite, DJ's your favorite, awesome. We all support each other. We love each other. And yeah, that's all there is. More questions, more comments. Harmonica says that too firmly baked in listing the captain first to change now. I get that. You know, it definitely shows that you've been around the game for a while. So I guess it's a cool quality to have. Like it's a way we can separate the new people from the people who've been around a while. Fleb over here sending me things to make me jealous. I see you, Fleb. How dare you? How dare you? Jerk. Jerk. I love you though. But how dare you? First of all, how dare you? You can get 18 shots round 1 with Pike, Mud, Jayla. You can, Jose. You can. Man, I like that we've gotten a lot of Pike Mud talk in here today, because that's a real advantage that you can throw in there. Like in terms of success rate and getting longer, better battles. That's a good one. You know, the Saladin is such an interesting ship that if you can double up that first round and you had Harrison, that's such a wicked great PvP combination. So appreciate Drew, you hitting that like button, means a lot. Ever since I heard about a change in the way loyalty chests will work, any news on that? I have no idea what you're talking about, Admiral Knight. So gotta be specific. Gotta be specific. Did anyone have the idea to combine Captain Crusher with the Mud #1 to let the shield drop on purpose? I see where you're going, Hugo. Make a cycle. Make that cycle. It's not a bad idea. Frankie Trader says Op 17 using Tala. Already have faction hostiles level 22 to kill for dailies. Why doesn't it scale with Ops power? Because it scales with rep. That's just how it always has been and how it always will be. Yep, that's just how it is and how it will be. So you just have to know that, and if you're struggling, then you scale it back. You hit the other factions to lower you down if you're struggling to complete it. Yeah, so let's see. All right, we are done for time on the day. If you've enjoyed the video, please smash that like button. Live long and prosper. Stay safe, other Space Cowboys. Remember, we'll have another video out tomorrow, and we'll be live on Twitch tomorrow night. So if you want to come participate and have fun doing that, well, then come participate and have fun doing that. And no, Cadet Scotty is not supposed to work with Pike. Pike only works with attack abilities. Hopefully that answers your questions for the day. Share this out with your alliance so they can learn the things that we discussed as well. We will catch you on the next video. And if you want to check out my football stuff, I guess I can share that with you later, because that will be going